Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today from our friends at Studio Light, we have Teddy's Tea Time. You guys, I have an 8x8 paper pad and also an adorable collection of punch-out paper elements. So cute. They make adorable little scenes for your cards, you guys. This is our giveaway card for this episode, so if you stick around, you'll learn how one lucky viewer can win this card to keep or share with a friend. So come play with us. All right, as I said, you're getting 8x8 papers here, and there are 12 patterns, 3 of each pattern, and there are 36 sheets. So a little math there, there's 36. So let's take a look at this, you guys. They're single-sided, a nice weight of paper. I wouldn't really describe this as cardstock. It could be a lightweight cardstock or a heavyweight paper, depending on how you look at it. Really adorable teddy bears here. Just sitting having tea in a bed of roses is adorable. Little flower print here. And then, of course, beautiful pink flowers. It just looks like almost like beautiful upholstery fabric, vintage. And then once again, you've got this tapestry in brown. It goes to green and then brown. There's script greeting on it. There's roses here in the corners. And Teddy Bear is just reading some books. Just adorable. And then a brown tapestry. And then this one is so sweet. Just sharing a little jar of honey. Mama Bear and Baby Bear. I love all the little florals on this, and then you've got some text right here, a really nice little collage page. Okay, and here you've got some polka dots, some tapestry, and some roses going on here, all in the sort of tan and beige colors. And then here we've got this beautiful tan with the pink florals, some lace, the picture frames here with the teddies, and then the flowers. Adorable. And then this all over tan paper with the pink flowers, the distressing on the edges. All right, so this one has got some lace features here, some brown checks going on here. You've got in the corner some teddy bears exchanging flowers, just some girls saying, hey, here, I picked these for you. And then you've got the tapestry with the flowers up here. Absolutely beautiful. All right, so we've got the checked print going here, and then we've got the tapestry with the beautiful flowers on the corners. Once again, there's some striping here, and then the flower print with polka dots, collection of flowers, just the teddy bears hanging out, having, I don't know what they're eating, but it looks delicious. And then you've got some butterflies too. And then there's the same print that's here, which is so nice to duplicate that. And then that is the end. All right, so let's take a look at some cards, you guys. This is a 5" by 6.5" card. And on this one, you guys, I just took it and I took my scoreboard and I scored it right down the center of that 5" wide card, which would be 2.5 inches, just one score, one fold, folding that back like this. And then you guys, I just took that beautiful floral paper with, here it is, and I just went ahead and cut my paper slightly smaller, 2 rectangle pieces, one on this side, one on this side. I pre-folded the rectangle on this side so that when I inked the edges of it using some cocoa bean ink and my little blending tool, that I could fold this and then just glue this down right on top of this folded piece. And it found it bended much easier. And then on this side, just glued that to the center after inking it. I did use, of course, some oval cutting dies. These are 10 oval and scalloped cutting dies. So the first one here on the front, I used the largest scallop, and then the largest oval. The scallop is cut out of white cardstock, and then the oval is from the tan tapestry. I inked both of these before gluing the tapestry onto the white oval. And then I just foam taped that actually using our giant wheel of foam tape. Right here, 150 feet or 50 yards of continuous 1/2" wide foam tape strips, which is so nice. And I just put 2 of those little strips of foam tape on just this side, and then I set my oval down on the foam tape. I find that's easier than placing the foam tape on the oval and then trying to make sure that it's not sticking on this side, okay? So then once I did that, I put in the corners, okay? We have these adorable cold corner peel off dazzle stickers, okay? These aren't quite dazzle stickers, meaning that we didn't design them. They're from a company that does our dazzle stickers called Yay. And I used just one of these. I think I used this one right here. Added those to the corners, and then in the center used the next size down scallop from white cardstock, inked the edges of that, and then when I glued that on there, you guys, I just wanted to make sure it was centered on the card and it wasn't going to be peeking around the edges there. Right, so for the glue, I should mention, we have multiple kinds of glue that we love to use here. Cosmic Shimmer Specialist Acrylic Glue, and actually Nuvo Deluxe Adhesive Clear Drying Glue. Both dry clear, both are acrylic, and both have, well, they don't dry brittle and crack on you, which is really nice. They have a little bit of give to them, and we like them both for that reason. They're both excellent, just overall craft glues as well as paper glues. And then Debbie and I like to keep our glue in these little applicator bottles, which is so nice. All of these are listed down below the video in the description box here at paperwishes.com. All right, so let's then talk about how I decorated this front oval. I took all the little punch outs. Oh gosh, you guys, I forgot to show you the little punch out elements. I jumped right into the card. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so for these, you guys, you're getting 300 paper elements. That's fantastic. They are 10 by 2, so 10 of each pattern, you get 2 of each. Okay. And then look at how cute. So I used this one right here on my front cover, and I just foam taped it. I used this teapot. I used this little doily right here as a sort of a landing spot. I also used the cookies. So I glued this one to my oval, and then foam taped all 3 of these elements about in the middle, okay? So this oval is placed as the first thing I glued down. It's about the middle of the oval, all right? And then glued some of that bunting that's on there. I'm gonna skip ahead and find the bunting for you really quickly. Here, little bunting right across the top of the oval. And then at the bottom here, I glued down 2 roses and then foam taped these. There's a cute little bow coming up. I just went ahead and glued that and then foam taped the happy birthday. So let's go through and take a look at the rest of these. So cute. Here's the little guy I went ahead and glued to the inside with a little foam tape flower here and then foam taped the greeting. I love that they're giving you furniture to put the little bears in. It's so cute. And then the accessories are just adorable, like a package, a lamp, another little teddy bear for the teddy bear, or maybe it's a mouse, I'm not sure, but a little stuffed animal and a clock and some binoculars. Just all the little accessories are just so fun to play with. Okay, and then you've got feathers and flowers and botanicals and bows. Go. And then the little greetings here are so nice to add. And then this one you would fold in half, and it could be a tiny little pocket and you could put something inside of it. So cute. There's even a little picnic blanket there. Okay, open book, nice roses here. And then here is the little bow I used right here. Okay, the bunting, little bookshelf. I love the little clothes, that is so adorable, and the little buggy, great for little baby cards. So here are the flowers that I used along the bottom edge of my oval right here. Cute, and then there's like, I love that there's just like elements, like lots of little bows that you can add. All right, and then here's the little happy birthday that I added, and then the enjoy your day for this card. All right, so now that I've explained how to make it, stick around to the end of the video and I'm going to tell you how we're going to give this away to one of our viewers. All right, so this next one, you guys, this one is a sidestep card. This is one of my favorite cards to make because not only do you have a nice area right here for a landing spot for your focal, okay, then you have lots of other space on these little side steps right here to play. Lots of places to add extra elements. And I just love how that looks. Now these are from our sidestep die cut card packages. They're already die cut, folded, ready to go. They come with cards. You're getting 5 of these in here. It's a great value. And these are very portable. They're excellent for taking places, taking to crops, taking on vacation if you want to like take your craft with you, do a little paper crafting, take your books of papers, take your cards, take an ink pad, some glue, you're set, okay? But we also, for those of you who have a die cutting machine, we have the sidestep card cutting die. It makes a very, very similar card, except that it has one extra step in it. Got this one, and this one, okay? Well, actually, it is the same number of steps. It's just a little tiny bit different. It's like not quite as wide. We love this one. It's so great to play with, and it's nice because you just sort of have unlimited amount of sidestep cards to play with. All right, so for this one, you guys, what's great about this package too, I forgot to mention, if you turn this package over, it has got a pattern for cutting out this L-shaped piece of paper that you then put here. So I used the pattern and I used the paper that has the checks on it, which of course, I just go right by. Here we go. I used this paper and I chose to use it from like this bottom corner right here. So I wanted these flowers and then the checks. And then I added a fancy jewel border, no, fancy lace border dazzle sticker. And love these because not only is it just white, it goes with everything. It's got this lacy edge. Okay, here we go. Ooh, just like that. So cute to add to your edges of your cards. Before I did that, I should mention, after putting the paper down, I inked both the edges of the L-shaped paper and inked the edges of the entire card. Then once I glued the paper down, then I added the borders at the top and the bottom. Then I wanted sort of a landing spot for my little teddy bear, so I wanted to grab a couple of pieces that I saw that were sort of like little writing pages or something. Here we go. I grabbed these 2 pieces and I've glued one here and one here, and they're kind of at an angle, okay? Then I foam taped this cute little girl in her dress, foam taped the greeting after inking it, foam taped the flower, foam taped this little vase of flowers, and then foam taped this little teacup right there. Then over here, foam taped the little greeting with the little heart. And then over here, we've got these tall flowers right here, because you can add things to extend above these little steps. As long as they stay within the parameters of the card area, you can like put really tall things in this area, which is one of the reasons Debbie and I just love playing with these. Let me see where those flowers are. I think I just passed them. Here we go. This one and this one. So I glued this one down first, and then glued this one down, and then I glued it to the other one so it's a little bit more stable there. I also took a little pink bow and foam taped that, foam taped the typewriter, and then glued this one, and then foam taped this one. And then that was it. It was so easy to put together, and it was really fun to play with. All right, so this one, you guys, is a slimline card. So it's 8.5 by 3.5 inches tall. And then I cut away from the left side only. I cut 2.5 inches from the left side front flap, okay? Then on the inside, I took what was left of this paper that I had just used on this card, and I went ahead and I added some to go across this side. And of course, the paper isn't quite long enough for the card. So then I tore off another piece that is actually from this one with the mama and baby bear sharing a pot of honey right here. So I glued this one to the front right here. And then this piece right here, I just tore that and glued that to finish this edge. And then I added butterflies. Here's one of the greetings. And then on this end of the greeting, foam taped this, so glued the greetings. So I will love you till the end of time, and then foam taped the butterflies. Inked the edges with that brown ink. And then when you open this up, another greeting right here. Here's a feather and a little sprig of a plant. Inked the edges of those, glued those. Here's a little botanical sheet, glued that, glued the feather, foam taped the honey jar, foam taped the honey dipper, which is just so cute because it's right over here. Then this butterfly and this butterfly are going together. And then I added some Jewel Dazzle stickers in copper, okay, just to pick up those brown colors and the kind of orangey color here that's in the butterfly and in the honey, okay? And then added some around here as well. So very simple card, but I think it looks really put together, okay? Last one, you guys, this one is a 6.5 by 5-inch card, and I used that tapestry paper. It has the green going through it. This one right here. So literally just took this corner of the paper. You see this little person right here reading, this little person, this little bear. I wanted to create sort of a little scene here. So that part of the scene was already on the card. And then over here, I took one of these 3.5-inch wide brown doilies, glued that right there, and then I glued one of the chairs right here. And then I'm just foam taping after that. So foam tape a little teddy bear in this on the chair, foam tape the book right here, or the guy's reading the book on a stack of books right there. Here's another stack of books I foam taped, and this little pocket watch, I foam taped that as well. The greeting is foam taped. This little lamp, okay, right next to him reading, I just tucked that in right there at the sort of the last minute. I thought that's really cute, and that's glued. And then added some of these little paper flowers. I love these. They come in all these pastel colors. They have a little pearl on them, and a little pink one and a little ivory one. And then when I got all done, I was like, I need a little bit more color. Wanted to bring some more of that pink in that's in the flowers and the lamp, so I grabbed my pink Jewel Dazzle stickers and added those to the top and the bottom. Really easy card to put together, but it's got a really sweet little scene there. Okay, you guys, I've shown you everything. This is such a fun collection. I hope that that is conveyed about how much fun I had playing with these. It was like paper dolls. I love creating a little scene with punch outs. It's really fun to do, and I think really easy with these elements. So I would really encourage you to check it out. We have a fantastic money saver on this collection. If you're watching us on our Paper Wishes webisode page, the money saver is right there on the right hand side. All the other items are listed down below the video here at paperwishes.com on our webisode page. So you can see the ink pads and the Dazzle stickers and everything that we used is listed down below. And then if you're watching us over on YouTube, just look below the video in the description box and you'll see a link that'll take you to this Paper Wishes webisode page so that you can take advantage of that money saver and check everything out. So now this is where I tell you how we do our card giveaway. We do a card giveaway every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday videos. If I'm hosting, Lene, I'm giving away a card. And how that works is we're promoting our Paper Wishes YouTube channel. So all you have to do is hop on over to YouTube and just search our YouTube channel, which is called My Paper Wishes. We ask that you subscribe to our channel, give this video a thumbs up, and then leave us a comment about the video. And then after about a week, we'll reply, congratulations, YouTube username blank, to one of the commenters. If you don't know your YouTube username, because that's how we identify you, then just go back and reread your comment, and it's labeled with your username. It's a good idea to hit the notification bell on YouTube at the top right-hand corner, because that way you're notified when we're announcing winners and we're dropping new videos, which we do 5 to 6 times a week. And so you don't want to miss any of those card giveaway opportunities. Thanks so much for stopping by today, you guys. This was such a fun collection, absolutely adorable for all kinds of occasions. Don't forget about that money saver, and I'll see you in the next one.